Yo, what's good, bitches? It's your motherfucking boy EM. If you want any exclusive videos, any exclusive music, holla at your motherfucking boy at eddy.mirrors at AOL.com. Once again, that's eddy.mirrors at AOL.com. You dig? Now, this interview is based on this motherfucker that I've been talking about in my last other interviews. He go by the name of Antonio Velez, aka Nutso, aka Watama, and all of that other junk. I don't know how many fucking names this nigga go by, but I've been hearing a lot of shit as far as this little nigga running his fucking mouth. So I'm gonna call this nigga the Zookeeper. Alright? Back in my last interview, I was talking about how this motherfucker was bipolar. And this motherfucker pretty much did the opposite on what the group members were supposed to portray as far as putting themselves out on an independent deal. It wasn't no deal whatsoever as far as niggas getting signed, but this is what niggas was doing when everybody was working on their solo projects, you know what I'm saying? Soul Myth was pretty much the ambassador of the whole shit, you know what I'm saying? Soul Myth kind of got the troops together and pretty much used to like teach us about not selling your soul, not becoming a bitch to this music industry, you dig? I just don't understand now, since the last time I talked to Zookeeper, why this nigga is doing the opposite all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Nigga thinking he's Diddy and shit, dancing with his fat ass ugly dog. I don't know what he considered that shit doing, you know what I'm saying? Trying to crip walk, trying to do the splits, you know what I'm saying? Becoming a fucking high school cheerleader whatsoever. He's just a confused motherfucker. Like, I understand when niggas be trying to break dance and shit, but it's a way of doing it, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't representing that shit properly. You dig? Now, as far as the dress code, I was explaining to y'all, Solomon, he kind of made his point as far as like, niggas don't need to go out their way to look pretty for a bitch or look pretty for this motherfucking world, because we all scums, you know what I'm saying? All for one and one for all. So we pretty much, like, when we woke up, you know, each and every morning to go to school, niggas didn't give a fuck about combing their hair. We didn't give a fuck about braids. We didn't give a fuck about wearing Hilfiger and Polo. We was just representing who we really were, you know what I'm saying, which was Skummz. And I'm talking about way back in the day, y'all. I ain't trying to confuse y'all. I don't want y'all to misinterpret anything I gotta say. Just go back to like 93, you know what I'm saying, 93, 94, 96. I'm talking about that era, you know what I'm saying, like mid-90s. But when Tony came along in the late 90s, he was doing whatever he was doing. You heard? Alright. As far as the business disputes, there was a lot of business disputes between all of us, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get into that later. I really want to talk about the Zookeeper. The Zookeeper, which I consider Tony. This on and off going beef between me and him was kind of like Eminem going at Royce the 5'9", you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, I don't know why this nigga thought he was better than me, you know? And he used to like hate on me. For whatever reason he had in his little fucking head, the nigga was a fucking hater. And as far as him battling Shaka Khan's son, yeah, I mentioned that in my other videos, and I mentioned that I ain't got the fucking tape. So stop sending me these emails asking me about this fucking tape. because I ain't got it. Okay. I seen a video not too long ago. This nigga, Soul Myth, he was rapping out of fucking swap meet. Who knows what fucking swap meet. But this nigga was dissing his dad. You know, dissing his father. I didn't know how he was raised or, you know, all of that. But I could tell he's a little wet behind the ears because I ain't saying this because I'm on his dad's side. You know, like, I pretty much feel his pain. You know, his dad was a motherfucking coward at the end of the day. But he got to put a lot of blame on that with his mother. You know, his mother was the fucking stupid ass whore. Kept having kids from this motherfucker. I wasn't catering to none of his kids from day one. So, you aiming your gun at the wrong motherfucker. You dig? Me and you know your dad's a piece of shit. But you need to motherfucking check your mother. You heard? Now, as far as the dysfunctional family go, I'm gonna get to that later because I feel like right now it's not even important enough for me to talk about. Now, as far as you being born in Watts, you need to knock it off. So Myth, me and you know you was not born in fucking Watts. Now, that's on Soul Myth part, but you motherfuckers need to stop sucking each other's dick. You hear me, Guatemala? Like, y'all niggas is fucking ridiculous, man. And that phone call we had, like, I didn't expect you to do the opposite as far as showing me your true colors. I kind of expected this shit, but I didn't expect this shit to happen the way it did. And all I gotta say to you is, stop being a fucking zookeeper. You know what I'm saying? If you got something to say, say it to me. You know, you got my number, you know where I live, nigga. So I ain't hard to find. And as far as the incident that you was talking about between you and your shorty, that, you know, I feel for you, dog. You know, like, but you gotta move on, nigga. Like, it, you know, like, it's not my fault that your bitch dumped you after 7 motherfucking years. You know, you probably wasn't hitting it right. That's why the bitch left you. You heard? Now, as far as that incident that happened when I was at your house with the Goonies and you was being disrespectful, the reason why your ass got punched the fuck out, you was trying to disrespect me in front of my niggas. But as far as you dwelling on the past, if you felt like I sucker punched you, then we could always, you know, settle that again whenever you're ready. I don't believe in, you know, promoting violence and all that shit, because I got a religious background. But if it came down to it, I'll knock your bitch ass out again if I have to. So I hope that ain't the reason why you're mad at me. And before I carry on with this interview, I would love to say, and I'm dearly to say, rest in peace, Big Ritz, aka Maritza, our relative. She passed away, you know what I'm saying? She's pretty much out there with us, but she wasn't a rapper or anything, you know. She was married to this nigga Soul Myth, and you know, she was pretty much there when, you know, everybody pretty much went solo to work on their own projects, you know what I'm saying? This shit remind me of fucking RZA. You know how, like, Wu-Tang came out as a group, then everybody wanted to go on solo. It was kind of like that, but a lot of niggas couldn't carry their own weight. A lot of niggas was able to carry their own weight. You dig? Now, I don't appreciate Guatemala. Yeah, nigga, I'm talking to you, you fucking zookeeper. Speaking on Puerto Rico, if you're not even from Puerto Rico, so who gives you the right speak on the politics of Puerto Rico. You ain't from there.